In this video, I'll show you how to set up your Joomla site so that it keeps browsers from sniffing around for cross-script exploitations in your images. Hey there, Joomla fans. Tim Davis here. I'm a Joomla fan too, and thanks for tuning in to Maintenance Monday livestream number 79 here on the Basic Joomla Tutorials YouTube channel. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do so and ring the bell to get notifications of new live streams. And shoot this video a like if you enjoy it along the way. So let's turn our attention over to the screen here. I did fix my sound issues from last week. I had to recreate all the scenes here in OBS, so hopefully everything goes smoothly. To start out with, just a reminder, head on over to basicjoomla.com/giveaways. Enter this month's contest. I forget who I focused last on, but today I'll mention myjoomla.com, where you can get a 1-year membership to manage one site, or a 1-month membership to manage multiple sites. Multiple Joomla sites, and WordPress now if you've got some of those kicking around as well. And a shout out to Phil who promoted today's live stream. I think he might be in chat as well. We'll be looking at chat in just a second. All right, so basically as of Joomla 3.9.3, there's a new recommendation of a script or code to add to your htaccess file and your web.config.txt file, which keeps internet browsers from doing something called sniffing, looking around at the images and the things on your site. I don't fully understand it, as you can tell, but that's all right. I can stand on the shoulders of others. But looking for scripts that would be hidden inside of image files or, I suppose, other things. Who knows? So what you can do is add some code, and that's a recommendation since 3.9.3. Add some code to your htaccess file, and you will prevent that. In fact, so if you have a Joomla site if you've just installed it at 3.9.3, you don't need to worry about this because it's already in. If not, then when you update to 3.9.3, you'll see this post installation message here. And when we click on that and look at it, here is the information right here. So basically, I've already explained it, and all that I've explained is really what's written here. You could go and read that yourself, but what we have here are the examples of the lines to add to your htaccess file, and also, and I can zoom that in a bit, your htaccess file and your web.config file. Now, we find those inside the hosting, your web hosting package, and what we're going to do next is log into the web hosting control panel for this website, and my company uses cPanel, and you want to go to the file manager. Now, you might have an extension in your Joomla site that allows you to go onto your file space. I don't recommend doing that in this case unless you're positive that you can access the file space for your hosting, and here's why. When you make changes to htaccess files, if there's something in them incompatible with your host server setup, and you save the changes, you might get a 500 server error, and it will log you out of your site. And if you're locked out of your site, like if you're getting that error, you won't be able to log into your site to undo the change that you just did from within your admin control panel, in which case you'll have to go into your file manager. Now, if you know how to do that and you have access to it, then it's no problem. Access the files however you want, because if something breaks, you can just go in the other way. But if you're unsure of that, or you don't know how to, or you don't have access, or you're doing some work for someone and they haven't given you access to those files, you probably don't want to risk tanking the site for a while until you can get a hold of that. So I just always think it's good practice, unless you're absolutely sure, to use your file space in the web hosting, in your web hosting manager. All right, so here we are, and in public HTML, and this is where the files are for the basicjoomla.com site. Here is the htaccess file. I'm going to right click on that. Well, I'm going to go and then go edit. That will open up in another window, and I'm going to go back here, and you see there's a ton of stuff happening in here. All right, so add the following lines before hashtag mod_rewrite in use. All right, so I'm going to copy here somewhere in the text that comes along with the Joomla htaccess file, or htaccess.txt. If you don't see a .htaccess file, you probably have not changed htaccess.txt for a reason. I'm not saying to change it to .htaccess, because you'll find that along the way when you need to change that, you'll be instructed to, but you don't necessarily have to have that. So if you don't have .htaccess.txt, put this in htaccess. No, if you don't have .htaccess, put this in htaccess.txt. Unless somehow you have both, in which case I would just say put them in both. Anyway, so this top part is custom stuff that's added for this site, checks for my SSL certificates. But in this bottom part, you'll see here the package from Joomla, copyright, open source matters, blah, blah, blah. So we're looking down in this part for rewrite engine on. Is that what we were looking for? Mod underscore rewrite in use. Okay, mod underscore rewrite in use. There it is. So we're going to make some space for that, and I will go Control V and paste that. Now, just one other comment. If you ever want to leave notes for yourself in an htaccess file, start a line out with a hashtag. You'll see these are turning green. They're just notes. So for instance, we could just put this hashtag added due to Joomla 3.9.3 recommendation. Bet you I spelled that wrong. How many C? Yeah, recommendation? No, 1 C, 2 M's. Anyways, all right, that looks better. And anything with a hashtag gets ignored. So here's the big moment. We'll go save. And let's go back to the page and let's refresh. And that works. So we don't have to worry then. That's right. That's a good point from Mary in chat there. Some cPanel configurations, you will not see .htaccess because your file manager is set to hide invisible files. So anything starting with a dot. To change that, you would go up to the top right hand corner to settings. That's an excellent point, Mary. And you will see here it says show hidden files, dot files. If I uncheck that and go save, there I don't have any of those there. And I do have an htaccess text there. Yeah, okay, so top right corner, go settings, show hidden files. Excellent point. Good catch, Mary. In fact, and now let's just go into the htaccess.txt and edit that as well. And this is just the plain stuff that comes with Joomla. And let's see, we were looking for mod rewrite in use. We'll put that there. Just double check mod rewrite in use. Yep. The reason I'm doing this here is because just in case I ever revert back to the text that's in this original htaccess.txt file. Yes, I know Phil says that this text does nothing, and I know that it does nothing, but it's sort of original to what comes with Joomla. And if I ever bailed on my old htaccess file for whatever and started over going right back to Joomla, I would just rename this. So that's just why I think putting it in there. And that's great that you're here, Phil, because if you want to come on to Zoom later on and tell us more about how this whole thing works as far as sniffing goes, that would be great. All right, so I'm going to save that. Next, we're going to go to the next recommended one, web.config, and add the following lines after /rewrite. Probably we'll have to look back here one more time. But all right, web.config. It's way down here at the bottom, hiding behind the number. So I'm going down there, right click, and edit. And we're going to put this in after /rewrite. And there we go. Just let me double check that. Add the following lines after closing tag rewrite. Yep. And I'm just going to paste that there. And then we will just save. Okay, and Phil says web.config changes only needed. A little call coming in there. Web.config changes only needed on Windows IIS servers. Apache and NGINX don't read web.config files. So that's only if you're on a Windows server. See, it's great to have help from the chat. All right, so I don't even need to test that because I don't have a Windows server. And so basically that takes care of the topic for today. Let's see if this chat's probably going to be all goofy on this screen here for me changing things again. Anyway, so if we're going to go on and chat, and I'll open up the Zoom call line for people that want to talk with their voices. But if this is as far as you're going, thanks for tuning in today. Make sure if you have a Joomla site that's older than 3.9.3 to make these two changes and an extra security step there for your Joomla site. So as we head on to chat, for those that are leaving, I want to thank you for your support of this channel. 1,266 subscribers and growing, and that's exciting and enjoyable for me. So for those of you that are leaving, thanks for watching. Enjoy your Joomla sites, and God bless. And welcome everyone who's staying. So you'll see here that there is no chat on this screen. That's because my reconfiguration I guess I have not set that up properly. So I could play around with that, but first let me get the information for the Zoom call, which is here. Control copy and paste that there. Better just put a space there. And I will join that as well. I'm in there. Join with audio if you want to get in there. Now, if you want to call in on a local phone number, if you have an internet connection that's too slow for that, you can find your local number at this URL. Calling rates may apply, so you just have to understand your long distance plan for the number that you are calling. So, all right, let's close this here. And yeah, Phil, I have not checked my Twitter. I did see that in chat there that you shared this, so that's awesome. Is there a tool on myjoomla.com yet that looks to see if these things have been edited or have been changed on the site? I meant to... Oh, there is. Okay, I should have showed that earlier while the peoples were on there. But let's... and does it... well, let's just go right there. Let's see. myjoomla.com and log in. Let's go to my wife's site and let's take a new snapshot. All right. And that will be down here. Let's see. Okay, X content type options. No sniff header should be present, but there's no tool because it can't be changed, as I understand. It has to be done manually. Great. That means if we go up here, back to basicjoomla.com and manage that site. And, oh, let's see here. You just sent me a link for Twitter here. Oh, man, sorry I didn't read that. I actually literally, my my mornings before live streaming involve my phone waking me up at 10 o'clock and having an hour to run around and do everything. But that's great. The Learn More page has some good information, especially the links to key CDN. Okay. Let's check that. First of all, let's go take a new snapshot. It says I need a PHP upgrade. I'm running 7.2.14. My server just hasn't updated yet. Scroll down to the bottom here. There we go. X content type options. No sniff header should be present. And it is present. Hooray for me. Okay, so yes. Okay, so let's go back to 88 Keys by the Sea, my wife's site. And we'll go back down here, no header, and go to Learn More. We recommend that your hosting solution always outputs the no sniff header for all responses, not just CSS and JS files. Lots of information in here. Okay, now probably I should look how to add that to my server. So that's just automatic. How this audit checks or audit loaded a non-PHP generated file on your site, generating a 404 probably, and check the response headers. If we found no sniff header in the response, then we flag this as an issue. All right. Yeah, so if that can be turned on this at the server level, probably is what you're saying, in which case I should learn how to do that on my server. Some Joomla extension plugins that allow you to set headers on responses will allow you to add the no sniff header. However, it's not good enough, so they only run when the PHP is invoked. For full protection, this header has to be returned for every request in a web space, not just those that terminate through your index.php or PHP scripts. That's why our check looks at a 404 page. Okay, and htaccess is just as good. The point is that plugin-based solutions are bad, just like I'm reading. Great. And I suppose, though, so me as a web host, I can offer this to, I can just do that setting on the server. Because is there ever a case where you want sniffing to be possible? I'm going to guess no. Because, I mean, part of the issues of being a web host or a web provider or hosting provider is that I can't just make decisions unilaterally for all of my customers. Because if there's something that they need sniffing for and I turn it off, then I'm basically breaking their site, and that's not necessarily good. So, okay, so not really. All right, so I will have to figure that out in other time, how to stop sniffing on my server. Okay, maybe that would be a good tutorial. I have so many tutorial ideas and so little output. So those links on the right are going to help you understand. Okay, further reading here, and that's the great thing about my Joomla.com, because I learned tons of stuff here. So I always say read everything. The following links to articles around the internet. What is MIME sniffing? Actually, no, probably this is very insulting in France, because they probably don't want their MIME sniffed. Yeah, the other two here. MIME sniffing was and still is a technique used by some web browsers, primarily Internet Explorer, to examine the content of a particular asset. This is done for the purpose of determining an asset's file format. This technique is useful in the event that there's not enough metadata information present for a particular asset, thus leaving the possibility that the browser interprets the asset incorrectly. Although MIME sniffing can be useful to determine an asset's correct file format, it can also cause a security vulnerability. This vulnerability can be quite dangerous both for site owners as well as site visitors. This is because an attacker can leverage MIME sniffing to send a cross-site scripting attack. And this article explains how to protect, which we've already done. And that's that article you're referring to on Key CDN. Excellent. While you're there, Phil, should I try updating the rest of my sites, or have you put that change on? I still have 19 sites that have the core to be updated. I've been saving it up. Okay, no worries. I'm just checking. I'm just saving it there, so that's just asking so I know whether to do it or not. Let me double check what my screen is. And hey, while we're here, let's me just I'm gonna change screens. This will put chat on the right, and then it disappears. So obviously, I have something goofy going on here. Oh, and I cannot change the properties while I'm live. It looks like. All right, so chat on YouTube is actually stored on the right hand side in the YouTube screen, but I don't know if it shows up full screen. And as I was recreating, remember last week on Watch Me Work live stream how the beginning was I had no sound for the longest time. I figured out what the issue was for that, and last night I took some time to totally recreate the scene for the Maintenance Monday, and I think that everything is going well there too. And hopefully, you can tell me in chat, but I think my voice is probably in sync as well with the video, hopefully. I have to put in a 200 millisecond delay on my audio for it to be in sync. But as you can see, obviously, as I go back to this and switch back, the chat shows up, but then it just disappears. It might show up when someone says something. Let's see. Oh, and there's the chat there showing up and staying, but it's goofy. So I'm going to have to work away on this. Okay, so it's very, very slightly out of sync, but not only because you only notice because I said it. Okay. Well, I also too wonder if it might be, I'm working on with some full hard drives here on the computer. I wonder if that happens too, but I can always play around with that and see. Even watching in real time on the screen here, I noticed that there is a delay. I think I can probably fix that. Let's see, let's try 210. Just while I have you guys on being guinea pigs. Now, let's see, does that make the delay worse or does it make it better as I talk? I can 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Or even if I clap, let's see if it goes together there. So, but yeah, if it's just, oh, that's perfect. Okay, excellent. I added 10 millisecond delay there. Good to know. All right, so Phil, how many, since you really can come on, Zoom if you want. How many WordPress clients do you have, or WordPress sites do you have currently on myjoomla.com? Obviously, it's wpguru. Is it .com? He's running a query. Okay. Anybody that wants to come on Zoom, go ahead. Hey, and shout out to Vuki. Vuki. It rhymes with Wookie, I think. Anyways, there's a guy I was talking to in Fiji last night, helping him out with something, and so I thought I'd give him a shout out on the live stream today. I had a nice chat with him. All right. Well, obviously, we've got a bit of chattage happening there. 200. Okay, so 345. Excellent. Have you picked up people who are only WordPress people? Or are they people who are Joomla WordPress people? I've been chatting you up to the people at Chamber of Commerce. I run into WordPress people all the time. Okay, so it's limited to current subscribers. Okay, cool. All right, well, one thing here, let me just see if I can add a color source. Add the source. Yeah, let's see. Add a new source. White. Look at that. I'm going to move this box down here. And oh, that didn't work. If I put it up there, it's there. There we go. I will fix the font at another time, but this is just tweaking and usernames in your chat are lowercase too. Yes. You mean in this chat here? Which I cannot... YouTube chat. Oh. In fact, you probably saw me changing a bunch of things right there, which is not necessarily what I wanted. So, right screen computer, chat on right. There's what we want. Look at some fancy boxes. Okay, well, we'll leave that for now. Chat looks good, but no Tim. How long before he realizes it? Yeah, no audio. Yeah, okay, I'll play around with that. Yeah, I have Streamlabs OBS set up better than I ever have before, and so that's great. But as I changed, yeah, where I went down, changed scenes there was no audio, and I disappeared. So, all right, let's go back up there. On your screen, they are lowercase, and YouTube they are normal case. Yeah, I'm not sure how to get back to the YouTube font that was there. I have it on my, I still have it on, I don't know. I mean, the truth is I duplicated the setting for Maintenance Monday so I could change it and do some things. And then I took a whole bunch of stuff out, and then I thought, well, I'll just delete that. And then I actually deleted the good one. So I had to recreate it. But that's okay. You know, sometimes those are the best opportunities to get things absolutely done the way that we want. All right, so let me check up on here too. So yeah, I can expand these, but obviously I can't go into the settings because it goes just dark and then you can't see what's going on there. So I have noticed now. All right, so what else shall we do? Congratulations to Vinny on his 100th I Love Old Time Radio show, which was last Friday. Vinny, I was listening to the Pinocchio show. Not Pinocchio, Popeye. Man, I'll tell you, there's some dysfunctional people in that cartoon. It's different than how I remember as a kid, but yeah, they... especially how, in one episode, for those of you that, just for a little aside, Popeye's really upset with Olive Oil because she got engaged to a rich guy, and then she doesn't understand because he's taking so long to propose. And I thought, man, this is really a complex issue for children's characters. I look dead. Are you referring to the color? As in I look pale? Because I can fix that. I'm not dead yet. Yeah, that's the thing, Vinny. Yeah, it's for kids too. So I was like, wow, that was really weird. All right, let's see what happens here. Yeah, I just doing that. I just brought up the control. It makes things orangier too. If I go too crazy, no, it's actually not too bad these days. And by that, I'm referring to my allergies, and I break out with eczema. So That might be if I turn the brightness down a little bit. There you go. He's not dead yet. It was just a flesh wound. All right. Well, do you guys like this box that's in chat there? The username's really tiny, but it's a different look. All right, something that we do sometimes. Yeah, okay, I'll change that to something else. But as you saw before, I can't do it without making the screen go really blank. All right. I'm disappearing for a second. We'll try something else. I go down to YouTube chat. All right, I'm back. So someone type something. I have a treat for you. We'll see how that works out. I'll type something. Oh yeah, it was old school. Yeah. Uh-oh. Yeah, that's not really great either. All right, I'll disappear for one more time and I'll come back with something at least that's doable for now. All right, well, that's not going to be much better, but I'll figure it out down the line. We don't want to spend all our time doing this. Let's head on over to Vinny. Why do you feel like Goldilocks? Because the bears are at large, Chuck says. Yeah. Okay, well, maybe too big. Anyways, we'll deal with that. I'll work at that later on. Like I said, I do have... I almost think that this isn't even using the YouTube thing, but it might be an older version that of the software. That other look is not available. We'll see. All right, let's go to groups here on Facebook. And then let's go to Joomla Extensions. Let's check out what's happening in the Joomla Extensions Facebook group today. Let's go to there. All right. Hello, everybody, and thanks for tuning in today. I just noticed we have 9 people that are watching. That is excellent. Hey, if you haven't yet, shoot the video a like if you don't mind. That will help other people to find it. All right. Let's see. Syed Ashik Mahmood is his new extension is approved in the Joomla extension directory. He just posted that 19 hours ago. AA Flat 360 Panoramic Image Viewer. Why don't we check that out? Okay. Let's see. Features of this module: easy to use, set height, choose any image, languages, use custom credit, no ads, auto update. It is compatibility for 3 and 4. is it free? Let's go see the demo. Let's see what this does. By the way, I don't have anybody lined up for Watch Me Work live stream on Wednesday, but I do have a topic in mind if nobody gets back to me of the people I've checked with. So here's AA Image Panorama Viewer. All right. Now this is a panoramic image. Yeah, I wonder where they are. I wonder if that's Mount St. Helens. Maybe not. But someone has gone there. That's for looking right around. That's nice. This is not 360 because I cannot go up and down. By the way, I should just post this for you guys to see as well. All right, so that's pretty cool. Works nicely. And he has some other articles up here. Sorry, so there's a AA Image Panorama. I don't think that's Mount St. Helens. Let's check out this AA Responsive OpenStreetMap. That was the thing I was thinking about talking about on Wednesday, is looking at Google Maps, because again, there was a discussion in the Joomla Facebook group yesterday about alternatives to Google because of the APIs. You have to be using an API for Google Maps now, but I don't think it's as big an issue as everybody's making it out to be. So I thought I'd talk about that if nobody else, I don't end up with someone else on Wednesday. So here's an AA responsive sheet here. Oh, okay, Mary can see Mount St. Helens. Yeah, and the reason that I knew that it wasn't Mount St. Helens is because it's got sort of a mini dome and sort of crater thing going on. Well, that's cool that you can see Mount St. Helens from your backyard. Were you in the area when it exploded back in the 80s, Mary? You would have been a kid back then. I was like 13 when Mount St. Helens exploded. I was back in Ontario, but I remember the sunsets the ash gave. So, all right, so this is a responsive OpenStreetMap. Cool. Oh, you just moved there. Oh, wow. So you got a good view of it. That would have been exciting. And here I am getting messages in the Joomla Chit Chat group on Slack down here. Oh, you can't see, that's behind my picture. All right, what else this guy got? Oh, I think we've looked at him before, because here's his Christmas promo demo. It's not showing up, but it's probably because it was for Christmas only. I got it. Let's check the AA Joomla before after slider module. Oh, yeah, we have seen this before. Remember, take the two images in before and after. That is, yeah, okay, we have been here before. So he has this new image panorama viewer. Pretty cool. And AAextensions.com, let's go to his site. I don't think I told him the last time when we visited, so. All right. He's not using a secure certificate, but it's not set up for that. Let's just check that out. Oh, is it HTTPS? Waiting. So it is, he does have a certificate. It's just not, he doesn't have Joomla set to always go to the secure one. Okay. Yeah, he's got some good little ones. Responsive Vimeo player for $5. Oh, yeah, I think. No, this is not the guy that's in Brazil. I contacted that other fellow about coming on the channel, and he was. I still have to get back to him. A couple of people I've contacted are really concerned about their English and whether it's good enough to come on the channel. I figure if you got English, we'll work with it. But every time I get a reply with more questions, it sets me back a little bit for lining things up. Before after slider, yeah, $10. That's that's pretty good for if you're going to use that. Simple Joomla CAPTCHA, all right, with just the math in there. Oh, live clock plugin. Did we look at that before? Because that, man, you can look all over pretty hard for a live clock. And wonder if he's got a demo somewhere. Free download extensions. Oh, it's been downloaded twice. Oh my goodness. Let's download it. Let's see what it looks like. Ah, wants my name and address. All right, so let's go timbasicjoomla.com. Spell that right. Tim Davis, username. As always, password. Let's test the letter that's hidden there. So, Now, I'll get confirmation of this, then I'll remember to contact and tell them that we were by. All right, and we've got some spinning happening up in here in the top left. And there it is. Let's download it. Yes. And let's put this in live clock. And I'm going to put this on my computer. I have a place where I put Joomla stuff. But where is that? Well, I'll just put it in there right now, in that place. All right, so I think I got this back here. Basic Joomla. Let's go extensions, manage, install. And log back in there. And I will install, I'll upload, browse, go over here, put that in, and it is a module. So let's go modules, sort by the ID, and there's FP Live Clock. And they're going to, let's see, font type, size, color, very nice. Display the date, yes. Time format, 12 or 2400 hours, yep. Custom text time, background color. We'll leave that, specify the background color of the clock here, leave blank for none. Let's publish it. And where am I going to put it? I've got this on Bees right now. Protostar. I think we've got 7. All right. And assignments. I think that should do it. And that's and oh, there it is. Look at FP Live Clock time, 11:45 a.m. And there's a colon there. All right, Monday, 18th of February. All right, let's go back to the module itself. Let's go to 24 because that's not the clock that we saw. Let's see how we would get that. Refresh. No, that didn't change. Oh, did it? The cache changed. Still says 11:46. Of course, that's 24-hour clock time, anyways. All right. But let's go back here. See what we're looking at. All right. Now it's showing that. So I'm kind of guessing that we should get that clock somehow. I may have to ask the person here. Because I do not see in the settings, font, size, color, background, width, time format, display, and custom text, assignments, notes. Permissions, advanced. I will have to follow up on that. This module shows a simple text-based clock anywhere according to module position. Is highly configurable from its front to width. It is very simple and gets embedded in your website. It doesn't contain any graphics and looks very professional. So you might actually just be promoting that with the look of the clock. All right. Something to follow up on. I'm going to get an email from him. Okay, so let's see. What else we have here? All for Joomla.com Twitter feed. Oh, okay. Vinny says a clickbait image. I know it worked pretty good if that's what it is. Ah, that's the risk of having to swing by. All right, all for Joomla. Who's all for Joomla? Twitter feed Pro, the best Twitter feed and gallery for Joomla. Let's check out this demo. All right, profile timeline example. So Katy Perry, and here's that. Hashtag feed example. Sidebar widget example. Okay. And tweets grid example. All right, fancy way to show your Twitter feed on your site. Twitter feed Pro, which means there must be a free version. Twitter feed Pro, Facebook feed in gallery. Oh, fanciest Instagram feeds and unique YouTube galleries for Joomla. Let's check that out. The demo. Short code. A demo of embed single YouTube videos using YouTube R plugin. So you put in this code. So you have your video ID. Display, you want the title, channel description, meta, sizes. And it shows up like this. And there are your number of views. Oh, that's nice. Number of likes, number of dislikes, add to favorites, and number of comments. Excellent. So, and then you've got some options of what to show. Oh, this looks good. In a pop-up. And you just have to push play. If I am right, you should be able to hear this music if I have things set up properly on this. That's a lot like my car. I've got a steering wheel as well. Demo of YouTube playlist gallery. Okay. Playlist gallery. Playlist. Oh, this is interesting because usually a playlist plays in a very vertical way in the thumbnails. This is actually taking stuff out and showing them individually like this. That's pretty cool too. I like that layout. That's a cool one because on playlists, if we go to YouTube, to my channel, and then we go on playlists. Look, I'm live right now. If we go on playlists, this is how they show up. These are all the different playlists. So if I go to, here's, I think I have a Maintenance Monday one in here. Yeah, Maintenance Monday live stream. So I click on this and go pause. The videos all show up down the right hand side here on the playlist, which is okay, but this is a very attractive way. No, that's not it. That's an attractive way to show them out as well. To show the playlist, display the title, description, meta, 4 columns, 2 rows. So it's taking the first 8. And they've got to load more down here. That's cool. That is a very cool way to show a playlist. I like that. I will definitely have to check that out, all for Joomla. I think that would be a great prize to give away. And of course, I need one to test. Oh, I do want to get some more prizes for the giveaway. So mostly on delay right now from getting them, because I really need a better resource on my site so that I can just direct people to it so they can read instead of me talking all the time. So all right, well I like that. That is very cool. So easily embed your favorite YouTube channel. Oh, so this is using someone else's channel. How it's made. Well, that's pretty nice too. Wow. Look at this. Playlist template circles. Are you kidding me? This is nice. Flip cards. Oh, you're killing me here. Wow. Playlist dark. Flip card. So if I click on that, it goes to the pop-up.
Salut à tous, j'espère que vous allez bien.
Wow, this is some pretty good stuff here. Playlist default template. So this is the default look if you use a playlist. This circle thing here. Oh my goodness, look what they do. Yay. Wow. That with the title underneath. That's crazy. I wonder how much this slows down a site having all this stuff, but I might not care. It looks so cool. Wow. All the boxes should use flex style height. Oh yeah, I noticed that. That was here. Flex style height, equal height in row. Is that a CSS thing, Vinny? Oh, Joomla XTC uses a lot of the same overlays. Okay. Flex style height. I'll have to look into that. I think Raxel uses that. Raxel's got nice stuff. You use UIKit on your sites. Is UIKit is an extension, or what is it? UIKit. It's a framework like Bootstrap. Okay, here we are right here. Lightweight modular front-end framework for developing fast and powerful web interfaces. Get started. First of all, you need to download UIKit for other packages and links to a CDN. Head to the install. Installation guide. The zip file contains the compiled CSS and JavaScript files, which is everything you need to get started. Later, you might want to install and compile HTML markup. Add the compiled and minified CSS and JavaScript to the head element of your HTML5 document. All right. Also include the UIKit icon library. Once you've included UIKit into your document, take a look at the available components. Create your own markup inside the body element of your page. Well, Mary says all the UTheme templates Pro uses UIKit. It's pretty nice. All right. Yeah, we're going to have to take up a collection to get Mary's satellite or something like that so she can come on and do a live stream for us on something. Mary and I were both watching the live stream from the Joomla user group. Dallas, I think. Was it Dallas? somewhere down in Texas last week. I think it was last Monday or Wednesday. I forget. Anyways, it was. We had a little side chat going on Facebook, laughing at a couple of things. But and actually, one of my most encouraging takeaways from that whole thing was that the person that was doing the demo, and it was on custom layouts. And they had 3 types. One was to change CSS on your template, and they showed how to do it on a Rocket theme template. Next one was how to do an override in language file. So they're putting some Texas slangs in there. And then the other one too, I believe, was layouts. Layout overrides, but at some point during the first step, something happened, or she got the person doing the presentation got a little bit lost trying to change the CSS. Things weren't working, and I just felt better about how some of my live streams go, because especially what she was doing, changing the CSS in a Rocket theme template, because I know exactly what she's trying to do. But anyways, it was. Yeah, it was. You could just tell that she was. There's things that you say, as you've noticed on my channel, when things start to go sideways, you just start talking. And anyway, so that was fun. All right, so Mary is doing lots of 301 redirects. Oh yeah, we're gonna check that out. And they have a UI, so they have a UIKit particle, so you don't have to install UIKit. Oh, okay. UIKit particle. All right, well, that definitely looks to check in. So basically what you guys are, if I understand right, back here where these really sweet overlays are here, you're saying this is UIKit, not necessarily something just totally specific to this. Although it's nice that they've got it hooked up with YouTube. So while you guys are typing, I'm going to. Oh, you're not saying it's UIKit. Oh, okay. Okay. Let's check out Mary's site here. She's doing 301 redirects today. Skagit.kidinsider.com. Skagit County in Washington. That's nice, fun, playful children's colors. Pokemon Club. Mary, you got to get out to that Pokemon Club and learn how to play. I like the color. Or, of course, I like the orange the best on here. Oh, you can't see it. Duh. There we go. We can see your head. Yeah, well, there you go. Here we go. Alrighty. Let's see here. Yeah, so orange. There's the color right there. Sports and swim, schools and camps, guides. Oh, there's a lot of information on here. I can see that you have a lot of... So, Mary, are you using SH404 SEF, or are you using some htaccess rules with some regular expressions? Not regular... Yeah, regular expressions. Also, while we're chatting away here, you know what? This Joomla Slack group is ticking away. I'm going to invite them to come in here. Let me just... Yeah, cool. Because one of the things that you can do that I've done, like in changing a site, just in case that this works for you, if the old URL was to, let's say it was mydomain.com/activities/ and then you have like 10 articles. If you've changed the category or the URL from activities to invitations, you can actually set up a regex in a rule in htaccess. It says any URLs that begin with this and have this and this ending, but they have activities, rewrite that URL to invitations, and then you give it a 301, and then you've changed all 10 at once. So you probably already know that, but and Vinny, you're converting from K2 back to core on client site and updating their template. All right, some fiddly stuff there too. All right, let me just pop onto this URL here. I need to find the address. I'm looking on my left-hand screen here, so I'll find it on this screen here. Find the address of this live stream. If I right-click and copy the link address, there we go. Put that in here. All right, and there's the Joomla chit chat group right there. So let me get straight what I've got. What am I showing on the screen here right now? Let's put, no, that's not it. All right. Let's close that. Welcome Tim on Skype. As you can see, some graphage on my computer there. I should close this live stream thing here too, because I'm probably going to bog down things. There we go. Now, just going to type them here and in the background. Here we go. I have to fix my spelling here. Invite. All right, we'll see how they respond to that. Yeah, K2. Hey, hi, how you doing, man? Good to see you. Yeah, K2. I'm glad that I did not go with K2 as well, just simply for the fact that just to have things in core. I really, really liked it, but I don't know. I don't know if it's a deal for. It's been for me for a while, just not wanting to put tons of work into something that's going to get dumped, or that I'm maybe not going to want to use later on. So, and we've had this conversation so many times about using things that are in just using the core, and so that's yeah. So I'm glad. I mean, people have done some really nice things with it and built some nice sites, but now we're at the point with Joomla 3. Good just to switch out of it, and then of course. The other issue too is then you've got all those URLs. Now you can do the rewriting with the rule in htaccess or sh404 SCF, but still it's a yeah, it's a pain to be doing all that. Although it's working out for Vinny because he's got a client paying to do it. Okay, here is the stream link. All right. Well, we'll see some people maybe pop in now. Some people show up. Let's get back to where I watch 6 on there now. All right. So, Vinny, can you share the site? You want to share your client site? Or are you allowed to yet? Maybe you don't want to yet. Hi, all. We haven't seen you for a while. What's new, guy? Hey, you show whatever you want, Vinny. Something to look at. Something to talk about. I do like this, having a little bit more color in my face. The colors change in here too in my studio, how the camera picks it up. Today I have daylight coming in the window on the other side of the room there, but last night when I was doing some things, it just kept flickering between orange and then faded and whatnot. All right, here's nationalpeaceacademy.us. So Vinny, is this the new site or the old site? Bring that back up there. Building a strong foundation. Nice. Ivor, remember how we talked about how to get a customer to sign up to support contract? I wonder if it had been a good idea to link to the admin tools log in admin. Oh, see the word. That's the old site. Okay, thanks, Vinny. Vinny's like my like some of my grade school teachers. I ask a question, they tell me to look it up. So he says, look at the word next to the link. So he actually took more time to type out telling me to read that word than he did just typing it old again. So Ivor, you wonder if it'd be a good idea to link to the admin tools log in admin. I'm not quite understand what you mean there. Yeah, yep, exactly. Yeah, get some maybe get some screen on screen action happening here. If I move like that. I like the way the old site looks here. This template is view page source. And that is a media plugin. Rocket theme Xenon. I thought that looked like a rocket theme template. It had that feel to it. See my screen? You cannot see this here, but if I... Oh yeah, to let them see how much... You're talking about the stats for how many attacks there have been on their site. Yeah, I think that that's a good idea. Yeah, I think we should let our clients know that their sites are constantly being attacked. I do that too for my hosting clients. I haven't given them any stats, but I mean, I have hundreds, at least hundreds a day that are trying to hack the server from Chinese IPs. I've mitigated it and changed some things, so I've really cut it down. In fact, I changed the port that you log on in as root. Its default is 22. I changed it to another number, and that like just stopped it right there. Took a huge load off my server. But yeah, I think we should let our clients know and give them access in the back end of the site. You could even make a little video with the screen capture, say, just to show you, here's the stats on hacks on the site. In fact, where do we have that? So here, Vinny's got this old site. Here's the new site. Oh, Ken Burns effect. That's nice. I'll take my mouse off and then it will change. Oh yeah, that movement's really nice. I like that. And then you've got some tweets. Yeah, upcoming. Cool. Is this the same template? Let's check that out. Templates. IT Glory. It's a different template. IT Glory. Excellent, but it certainly have similar background. Some chunkier menu there. Taking a little bit more width. Really like the Ken Burns fade here, or shift. And simpler menus here too, and it's certainly a lot easier, nicer to read there too. That's nice. Yeah, and of course all these are links to K2 things probably, and you're putting them in and moving them over. Good. That'll be a rewarding project when you are when you're done, because that's a lot of fiddly stuff and switching things over, but those are fun projects to just grind away at sometimes. I mean, there's those projects that, oh, and here, I'm not even showing the screen here. Yeah, so Ken Burns on this one. A lot of the projects that, well, some projects that we do require a lot of mental energy and thinking, and then there's others that once the setup's done, we just need to move over articles or switch some things around and update them. And I think those both types of jobs are really nice for balancing out our brains on things that we're doing. Because if you just do the same thing, like last night when I was recreating all of these scenes for for OBS or Streamlabs OBS, after working on it for about an hour and a half, because it was something new, but just learning new things and searching tutorials on how to use a feature that apparently isn't working yet, but has the menu for it, I was just like, I was tired. So yeah, what's the old slider is probably their Rocket Sprocket. Perhaps would be my guess. So Ivor was talking about the stats and admin tools. Let's just pop over to one of my sites here and see. Log in there. On my slower server. Someday I'll treat myself to putting this on a faster server. There's Joe from Joomla Chit Chat. That's a group on Slack that I got invited to a little while ago. If Joomla developers or site integrators builders would like an invite to unofficial Joomla Slack chat, you can post a link for here if you like. Yes, Joe, you probably can't. I don't know if you can post a link until I give you permission to post it. But if you want to, let me just find that on my window here. Okay, Joe, yes, you can post the link. Go ahead, by all means. And thanks for popping over. Yeah, this so everybody, this is a group that I kind of got an invite to a couple of weeks ago. They saw my one of my videos, and so yeah, I've been enjoying it. It's kind of a fun place to be in chatting. So, and actually Slack, I've never done anything on Slack before as well. So click that link, and if you're interested in checking that out, if you've never done anything on Slack, like I said, it's pretty interesting. Yeah, and it's a tool that I've been thinking, like, wow, I wonder if I can use this for my clients or where I could use it. But yeah, it's pretty cool. So yeah, click on that link, you guys, and join up if you want. Now, we were just talking about admin tools, and should we let clients know, or as a way of getting them to sign up for a contract for maintenance if they see how much sites are being attacked and getting hacked. Yeah, I can see that, Joe, about Slack. If you can get them added in it, then communicating. I also realized there probably would be a good solution for one of my clients for a whole team that we have going, because sometimes we want to communicate to each other. We looked at Microsoft Office, and I think theirs is Yammer for working as teams, but it looked to me like you could only use Yammer once with one login profile for a company. And of course, I'm working with a number of clients, so it'd be nice to have different rooms where I can communicate with them. So Slack would probably look for that. So, in fact, you know what, Joe, I am always, and I was going to post this in the Slack group later on today, because on Wednesdays I have a Watch Me Work live stream that I do on Twitch, and I'm always looking for people to tell their Joomla story and to show something that they're using in their Joomla business or on their Joomla sites. So if you're interested, I would love to have you talk about Slack and give a demo, and that would be great as well. So I'll touch base with you outside of this, and we can make plans for that. I even have an opening on Wednesday. So Vinny says he showed the stats to one client and she freaked out thinking her site was insecure. It took a while to explain to her what she was seeing. Okay, that's a good point. So if you're going to show your clients the exceptions and attacks on their site, make sure that before you do, you say, I want you to show you how I have set up the site that has stopped all of these attacks. Not, look, your site's being hacked. So this is my cybersalt.org site. And I have here on this day, January 31st, 192. And boy, something really went big on February the 15th, 1424. Wonder what that was. Login failures, 2015. Wow. So obviously my site got hammered for login failures on the 15th. So someone must have launched a pretty good bot attack on my site. I didn't even notice. Excellent. And it got thwarted. Huh. Now let's change this to the 15th. In fact, let's just look right here. I can go January. I can search for the 15th and load the graph. Yeah, login failure. Big time. 800 just on that one day. I wonder which IPs they were, because I maybe don't have it set up to block the IPs, and that could have slowed down the load on my server. Let's see here. Where would I do that? That would be web application firewall. Oh, I think I probably have that turned off. Web application firewall. Okay, I probably have that feature turned off of blocking the IPs because I did not want to keep letting myself in when I would fail and type in the wrong thing, but I haven't done that for a long time. There's an IP address that was blocked. Probably configure. Hardening options. Disable editing, monitor super user counts. Deactivate user. Forbid front-end super admin login. Request filtering. Autoban. Here's autoban, not autobahn. Autoban. IP blocking of repeat offenders. Yes. Email this address after an automatic IP ban. Yes. Block after 3 attacks in 1 minute. Maybe they were. And block for 15 minutes. All right. So, of course, now here I need to pick a level that makes sense, because if I have people logging in and using this site, I don't want them frustrated that they get locked out. But that is not the case with this site. So, and permanently blacklist IP after 3 automatic IP blocks. Okay, well, that's fine. That means that they can have 3 attacks, get blocked for 15 minutes. If they do it and repeat 45 minutes after, then they're blocked permanently. Yeah, Joe, I actually, I'm surprised that I have that on there. But this forwards to my Gmail account, and I probably have it. I probably have it set to just delete those, but I haven't been getting many either. So, yeah, that's a good point. If you don't want to be emailed, I can just leave this blank. Now, times that you do want to be emailed is when you get a note that one of your users has tried to log in, and you can maybe anticipate that there was problems. But yeah, I'm going to take that out. Logging and reporting. Save user sign up on IP user. Look up IP. Do not log these reasons. Do not send emails for these reasons. Geo block. Can set up a Zapier and have it listed on a Google Sheet. I don't know what that is. A Zapier. A Zapier. By the way, that's the... oh, I can't post that there. I have to post this here. By the way, this is the Zoom link. No, it's not. Don't click on that. That's for this live stream. This is the Zoom link. Forgot that I pasted that in there. There we go. A Zapier will take a Gmail email and list the contents in a row on a Google Sheet. Cool. And list the contents in a row on a Google Sheet. Interesting. Okay, let me close this. I'm going to check that out. Okay, save and close this. I'm just interested to see where the attacks were coming from on that on the 15th. Zapier. Z-A-P-I-E-R. Easiest way to automate your work. Easy automation for busy people. Zapier moves info between your web apps automatically so you can focus on your most important work. All right, let's create one. I will continue as Tim. My name, my company name, Cybersalt. I'm going to go with Cybersalt. Entrepreneur rhymes with manure. I'm just going to put this full screen in case something else gets more. Okay, so here we go here. Let's go back here. What apps do I use? Well, all these Google ones. I use Slack. I use Facebook. I use Twitter. Instagram. Dropbox. All of these are in here now. Yeah, use YouTube. Do QuickBooks Online. Yes, I do. That's premium though. Yeah, I use Stripe. Use that. I use that. Can probably add these later on, I'm sure, but that's probably good enough for now. Finish the setup, switch back here. Just check to see what's showing here. All right. Save new Gmail attachments to Google Drive. Share Instagram photos to Twitter automatically. Tweet a new Twitter followers. All right. There's do the Gmail integration. Connect Gmail and Google Sheets. Okay. Just switch back here. I'll say yes. Pretty sure they don't design these pages. All right, so search Gmail triggers. Choose a trigger. Add a step. Set. Okay. New email matching search triggers when you receive a new email that matches a string you provide. All right. Connect the account. Okay, going through the permissions here. All right, so I connected and I can save and continue. This works the same as the search bar you see in Gmail. For example, from Amy or from David or So set up email match searching. All right, so let's go to Tim at basicjoomla.com. Continue. Okay, email matching a search. Emails matching the search. Emails matching the search. Body plane. Oh, that's the email that we just did today. Yeah. So I have two emails that are matching that search. Okay. Yes. All right. So continue. And what do we want to happen? We want something to happen in Google Sheets. Search Google Sheets actions. Create a worksheet. Create a spreadsheet. Update a spreadsheet row. So we want to update, create a spreadsheet row. Save and continue. Let's connect an account. Let's say I'm having fun. All right, connect that account. Give the permissions. I'm changing screens there because I actually have access to a number of clients' Gmail accounts. So, and we test this connection. It's success. Save and continue. Okay, spreadsheet. A sneak peek of your setup. Toggle on off what the data you're setting up looks like as you set up the template. Okay. So I need to create a spreadsheet. All right, so let's go into here and go into my sheets. And I'm going off screen here, going to you'd be interested. This is just laughing at what I'm hiding for you guys. Not anything bad, but it's this one here. I have a spreadsheet here, 3 second cousin DNA matches. So I thought, well, that would look kind of strange. Basically, my natural father's adopted, so I don't know any of the relatives up his side of the tree. Neither does he. I don't think he's looked it up, but we're strange. Anyways, long story short, I had my DNA test done just for fun. My aunt asked me if I wanted to do that. And then, so now I'm kind of figuring out all these relatives that are out there. So, but it just looked like something odd that would just pick up there. I'm going to call this test Zapier. Okay, there's the spreadsheet. All right, so that means I go back here, check out the spreadsheet. Let's look for test. I maybe need to refresh this because that's just being created. Test, there it is, and the worksheet. Clear current choice, use a custom value, check other options. Check Google Sheets and reload to bring in new choices. I guess I have to create a sheet in here as well. How do I do that? Sheet. Format. Insert a new sheet. And I think that that is probably hiding down at the bottom of the screen somewhere. So at this point I have to click on all these things to try to make my bottom bar disappear. There we go. Oh, sheet 2. There was a sheet down there. I'm going to rename that test sheet. Okay. Let's go back to this step here. Going to refresh that, and we will go to test Zapier, the test sheet. There you go. And that's we didn't see any headers in the selected spreadsheet and worksheet. Did you add headers? If so, just refresh this page. Oh my goodness. Okay, click here for directions on to use Google Sheets with Zapier. You need to set up your spreadsheet in a very specific way. If you don't use your don't set up your spreadsheet this way, you're likely going to have problems. Pay close attention. Uh-oh, I'm in trouble. These are the sheets. These are the things you need from Google Sheet to optimize for Zap. The first row must have titles for any column headings you want to be able to see in your Zap. The second row must have content for any columns you want to be able to see in your Zap. First row have titles, second row has to have content. There can be no completely blank rows before the end of your spreadsheet. All right, so we're going to be email, and I'm going to guess body. All right, let's try this here. Things I did not think I'd be doing in the morning when I got up this morning. This is great though. All right. Setup preview. Test spreadsheet. Yeah. Worksheet. Test sheet. Email. So I'll insert a field. All right. So the email. Let's say from email. Great. Okay. And now go to body, and there's the body of the email. Excellent. And continue. And of course, I could do more. Rinse, lather, repeat. Excellent. Send the test spreadsheet row to Google Sheets. And finish. Name my zap. Woohoo! Well, this is cool. Your zap is on. See it on your dashboard. And there it is. That means if I go back here, oh look, and there's my email. Well, isn't that cool? info@aaextensions.com, and there's the body of the message. Well, this is going to have my mind spinning all day how I can use this. Thanks, Joel. That is really cool. I like that. Not only something more for organizing our own business, but this is something we could use for our clients as well, for them to have information to just check and to check out all these other automation things. Excellent. Cool. All right. That is pretty spiffy. So for those blocked IPs for websites, you can capture specific email notifications of the blocks and list those IP addresses. Yes, and create so that is cool. This is also great too because you would have a log of all of that activity. But if you set the log in Joomla to be dumped after, say, 10 days, you would still have a permanent record. Now, I mean, necessarily don't want hundreds of days of records of IPs that have attacked. But this is great for saving information that maybe you want to stick around for a long time. Very cool. So basically, whatever you have in your email, you have you just create fields. Admin tools, web application firewall, security exceptions log. Yes, let's see here. Ivor, let's see. Admin tools. Oh, I was just in there. Admin tools, web application firewall, security exceptions log. Oh, yeah, you're right. And there's all my list from that day. Tons there. IP address. Let's select the date. It was the 15th. Thanks for finding that, Ivor. Let's see. Yeah, so the 15th to the 15th. And let's search. And let's go to... let's view 100 here. And this attack is on COM users, item ID 100 and on this there's all on administrator ones. These are perhaps people logging in the wrong address, login failure. But there's 130. Okay, and here's the great thing is 134, 119, 219.93. I think I can look to see which part of the world that's in. Germany. Hi, were you trying to hack into my site? So that was a hack coming from Germany. And we can search the IP addresses here. See, they all do eventually get blocked and stopped. Let's check this one out here. Where is it from? A neighborhood in some unknown country. Yeah, so set up an email just for managing these things. Yeah, you could do that. Get these alerts sent to an email and then hook up the matching conditions in Gmail and then add the IPs in there. So I'm wondering if Zapier has things too where they will, if it's like the Internet of Things where if something happens, it sends a signal to something. It does. Okay. That is something that I've been. You can send stuff to Slack. Nice. Yeah, because I would like. I hope that someday to reach the minimum number of hours on my YouTube channel, views in 365 days. I can set up some things where if someone likes a video or does something, it will turn on a light or do something here in the office, which I think would be fun. Or if someone subscribes, I'll get a notification, a light flashes in my house or something like that. It wouldn't flash that often, but, well, that's pretty cool. That's very cool. So based on Ivor's suggestion, you could, Ivor, set up something like this, like you said, with an email that that records to a spreadsheet, and you could let your client know, hey, if you ever want to see the latest status, you will see. You just go to this spreadsheet here, and you'll see how everything's being protected. Of course, you could always help them to log in and find it as well, and give them the link, but. Cool. Well, let's check out Zapier here just to see, because there's obviously a there's 14 days in the trial. Okay, what's the best plan for you? Free. Anyone can automate their work. Start with the basics, 5 zaps and 2-step zaps. $20 a month to have 20 zaps, multi-step zaps, and premium apps. All right. Faster automations, conditional logic. Okay, see the list of premium apps. Oh, we saw some of those when we were selecting things. Facebook, Salesforce, QuickBooks Online. QuickBooks Online is a web version of popular accounting packages. QuickBooks. Use any Zapier integration to connect QuickBooks Online to hundreds of other apps. That is cool. Okay. Pretty neat. Yeah, that one where you can send a tweet. If you share something on your Instagram, it will tweet it out. That's cool. I really like this stuff. I mean, I just think that I like work that is happening that I'm not doing. Whether it's someone I'm paying to do something for me, or it's actually something that I've set up and I don't have to do anymore. I had a little milestone over the weekend for myself, and that is I used Fiverr for the first time. So my client had a textbook that that he's written, and there's I'm doing a video with him, and we wanted a graph or a chart that was in his textbook, and a design for a fire search area. So taking a picture of this chart in the book, the print from the other side was bleeding through and all kinds of stuff. So we took a picture, and I went on Fiverr and contacted someone and said, would you recreate this graphic? So for $6.96 Canadian, and then plus the fee, I think the credit card fee is on top of that, and a Fiverr fee, I sent it to them, and they recreated it. I needed some changes, made it from their first edition, and they made the changes, and I accepted it, and that got done. And so instead of me spending hours and hours frustrated because I'm not a graphics guy figuring out how to recreate it, someone did it. It cost about $10, and that was pretty cool. So along the lines of doing work, or work being done for me, that was really good. So having this stuff set up automated is really nice. That's cool. Thanks for showing me that, Joel. All right, so, man, we covered a lot of stuff again today. I'm just wondering what else there might be. I did do this configuring here, and there was logging and reporting, and I took out where did I put this here? Maybe that was in the other area. I could set up an address to get those and have them served up. I'm not going to do that because I don't really need that. Having the log there's enough that I've reminded me about. But I definitely will think about this too, as far as getting how to use that. Man, my mind is just racing on it. All right, well, it looks like I've got the chat kind of happening, so it will stay up. I will work on the formatting of that, everyone. Well, I think at this point, man, we've looked at so many things. I don't know if my mind could handle anything else right now, especially since it's lunchtime here on the left coast of Canada. But thanks, everybody, for tuning in. Thanks, Joe, for popping in over from the Chit Chat, Joomla Chit Chat Slack. Phil Taylor, I think he's probably gone now, but thanks, Phil, for helping out with the information about the whole purpose, the topic of today's Maintenance Monday, which was to stop sniffing on our websites, to stop browsers from sniffing on them, and everything else. So, hey, everybody, I hope you're really enjoying your work where you're busy doing today. And or some of you, it's the end of the day. So I hope the rest of the day, however many hours you have left in it, is really good for you, and that you're happy, and that yeah, the things are good. Let me get my remote here. I line up my thumb here so I can actually be looking in the face when I say bye, because that's important to me. Anyway, so thanks for your support of this channel. Don't forget to give a video a like. If you haven't subscribed, please do so, and ring the bell for notifications. And we'll catch you back here. We'll see what happens on Watch Me Work live stream on Wednesday. Until then, enjoy your Joomla sites, and God bless.